Welcome to episode 1556 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, September 30th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor, up to 3 weekly bonus podcasts. Today, Wes has a crazy childless dog man from Virginia.
Unfit to run the country, not married, no kids, no stake in the future.
Half a vote. Give him half a vote.
No votes for this guy. No votes. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. That's what they're saying. Okay. No votes.
He's running for president?
He's running for Congress.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
he'll see what he's done. You'll see what he's done.
You don't want a guy without kids, you know, to make it to the top and have control of the nuclear codes,
What's wrong with him? You know, he's on, not married.
No, you don't want that.
No kids.
We got a naughty Belgian priests and funny faces in Europe with Mark.
Yeah. Nailed it.
That's it. That's what it is. And then I've got a rundown of some of the latest disasters, focusing on the funniest ones mostly. There's some funny ones. There's a lot of horrible disasters. We're going to talk about those, but then we'll try to bring it back with some pretty funny ones. If a disaster could be funny, I got some funny ones.
Nick Miller in the live chat brings up some good abbreviations. We've all heard of DINK, double income, no kids, but dildos, double income, large dog owner.
That's nice. That's a nice place to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. Took me a second on that one. Yeah. That's a long acronym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything else? How's your weekends? How was your weekend?
I mean, we're just absolutely full of energy to start the show.
I'm pretty energized. I'm very energized.
Coffee.
I'm exhausted. I'll be honest with you. I'm very tired.
So you guys didn't watch the Commanders put the beat down on the Cardinals right before?
No, we didn't have that luxury of watching our team win by 42,000 points. Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is looking pretty good, guys. I gotta say, Cliff Kingsbury. Maybe Arizona should have held on to him. Wow, that's
I watched the Buccaneers beat the Eagles for the 12th time in a row. They seem to have their number.
The Bucs have been just smashing all of the NFC East, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
We're all going to lose.
Oh, yeah. And that Hokies game. What the fuck was that?
Well, that was fucked up. I watched.
That was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
Miami, the touchdown at the end, the Hail Mary.
Well, they called it a touchdown, and they took it away from you.
Yeah, there's really no evidence to overturn it. Probably wasn't complete, but that was a screwing.
It seemed like the ball.
Can't overturn it though.
I couldn't tell what happened, so they shouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry for the Hokies.
No, it's fine.
Commanders look great though. I gotta say, they look great. They're deserving of the number one, but they got to beat the Eagles and they got to beat the Cowboys head on. So we'll see what happens.
So, Will, you're back with the Commanders. I know a couple of years ago you were out. You were way out.
Nah, I mean, like Dan Snyder sold the team. That was a big one for a lot of fans, like not being so upset with them anymore. And then when they drafted Jaden Daniels, one of my favorite all-time players out of my alma mater, LSU. I mean, it was basically like it's basically like Christmas is every day of the NFL season now. So
I'll allow it.
Extremely excited.
Things are heading in the right direction. You get rid of Dan Snyder, then the next year you get Jaden Daniels. Pretty good.
Yeah. It's great for me. Personally, for me, one of the biggest wins in the history of my life was them drafting Jaden Daniels. To be fair to me, I tried to tell everybody he was better than Caleb Williams. Nobody listened. So you see the results.
Let's do the news.
Let's do the news.
You guys remember, I don't know, a couple months ago, JD Vance got in some hot water, especially with women, when a interview from 2021 resurfaced on Tucker Carlson show, in which he said that the country, the U.S., is being run by Democrats, corporate oligarchs, and, quote, a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too, right?
That's what JD said, right?
That's what JD said. He said, how can someone without kids have any stake in the future of our country? And then he got into it with Jennifer Aniston, a bunch of other ladies who were like, yo, what if I can't have kids? What if it's my fucking choice not to have kids? Go fuck yourself. And kind of hurt JD.
Yeah.
It also kind of made Republicans afraid to run on a platform where they were like, I'm a family man. Everyone. It's important that I'm a family man, and that's been going on for a while. Everyone, both sides have had ads with their families in it. It's kind of a big thing to be a family man when you're running for politics, right?
Well, it puts you up a lot of points in the polls. Like it gives your likability factor. That's why they always give them a fake golden retriever too. Just because it bumps them up. It's automatic 5 or something like that.
Look at that.
They got the science to it. Yeah,
that's the nicest fence I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, the picket fence.
You got to get the fence in the ads.
Yeah.
Fresh coat of paint.
This year, especially, reproductive rights is a huge, factor in how people may or may not vote. I don't know if anyone who was a childless crazy cat lady, was ever going to vote for Trump, but
no, that's no, probably not.
Probably not, but who knows?
Maybe like way out in the sticks, but other than that, no.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the Republican side, that is very important. The Christian family values is very important, if you will. And hey, whatever, that's fine. And the New York Times recently wrote an article that said, titled "GOP Candidates Looking to Soften Their Image Turn to Their Wives," and it's ads featuring families, moms driving SUVs, sitting at the dinner table, trying to look like the man. In most cases, is a family
the softer
man.
Side.
Yeah.
Well, athletes do this a lot too. Like whenever somebody gets busted, or like an old rumor comes out about them, then they'll put out like a photo shoot with like their families.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, this is a human being. Okay,
I'm not a monster. I got a family.
Let's forget about the crimes that they may or may not have committed in the past. Look at him in this pastel sweater with his kids.
Right. And look, the campaign of Derek Anderson, who's a former Army Green Beret, there he is. He's running for the 7th district in Virginia. He's no different. As you can see, here's Derek. He's posed with his wife and kids. What looks like, one of these strange mid-year check-in cards to let everyone know how great the family is doing, even though divorce, infidelity might be lurking.
What did the words say on that?
Caption. Yeah, the caption kind of.
Well, wait.
Caption caught my eye.
Yeah, the caption did catch your eye because I put the wrong photo up. Here's another picture of Derek sitting around with his wife and kids at a dinner table.
Okay. Now they're inside the house.
And look, his wife's looking at him like, man, what a great
outside
guy.
the house.
Look, she's staring at him like he is the smartest dude ever, and he is fathering these girls so perfectly as he gives them advice. At the dinner table.
The only problem with these pictures, guys, is that that's not Derek's family. That
wasn't a real family.
That's his friend's family, which he tried to pass off as his. Fake the family till you make a family.
What a request!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy, I need to borrow. Does he get to sleep with his wife too? Like what? That's an awkward request.
I mean, looking at the way she's looking at him there, he might be sleeping with her. I'm not sure.
He's got a shot, but I mean, hopefully not.
We need some bed photos too to make this thing real.
Can I hit one of the girls?
That is some request.
So Derek, in reality, is an unmarried, childless dog man. Clearly unfit for office, and clearly something must be wrong with him. So he's trying to get ahead of that. Doesn't want to be lumped into that JD Vance criteria of having no stake in the country's future. So he made up a family for himself to make it look like he does have a stake. And now everyone is.
He kills his friend.
Yeah. My family now.
It's only one loose end we got to tie up now.
Yeah.
So the campaign is complete.
And then the comments started rolling in, of course, because everyone thinks it's fucking SNL level hilarity that he would fake a family for political purposes. New levels of weird and creepy. Yeah,
it's really weird that he can't just take a picture with the dad in the photograph, right? Like, can't he just be like, I support local families, like this one of my best friends here? Like, I mean, does it have to be his family? It's a crazy move. Move.
He can still get a family. He's young. Al, who's the genius behind our Twitter account, texted that he thought it was an Onion article.
Yeah,
when he saw it. Because he's that crazy.
He couldn't believe this guy would do this.
Yeah. More comments like, "You have a beautiful family. Where did you rent them? childless dog
no.
man had to borrow a friend's family for his advertising to fit into JD Vance's narrative.
It's tough, this dude. He's a
yeah.
Republican too, right? So I mean,
yeah, he's running
like,
on the GOP side.
Well, Vance is not going to support him now. He's lost Vance's endorsement because this is
all the
buffoonery.
endorsements are gone.
Yeah. Trump and Vance are not going to endorse him now.
Here's one of the meaner comments. Who's going to tell the middle girl she's adopted?
Oh, geez, they're coming after the real family.
Yeah, I think. And
yeah,
then
maybe. Yeah, those comments. That's over. See, politics does this to people where they just they lose all sense of class at all, and then they just like they go way too far. Like the people trying to make fun of the innocent.
Yeah, the 8-year-old girl who was forced into the scenario doesn't really need to take the ricochet shots. Yeah,
for real. Calm down, keyboard warrior.
Make fun of the guy and the friend.
I wrote that comment.
Okay.
That was you.
Oh, no.
I mean, she does look like she might be adopted. It looks nothing like the rest of them. Anyway,
this looks like the older one.
What's also funny about this particular race, which is now even, apparently according to the latest poll from 538, is that Eugene Vindman, who is the Democrat who's running against, his sister-in-law Rachel Vindman created a huge controversy for him after she tweeted, "No ears were harmed. Carry on with your Sunday afternoon."
Oh no. Everybody hates both candidates.
Yeah. So, so she tweeted that after the second assassination on Trump. He got in trouble for that.
This is one where both candidates suck.
Yeah. So Anderson had a layup after that, and then he decided to create a fake family.
Well, he really wanted to drive the win home. He saw opportunity, and he's like, if I just get a perfect family pick, it's
gonna be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun campaign to watch.
It's a small enough position that they're not going to follow up on the family.
Which city in Virginia is this, Wes? Like which area?
The 7th district. I have
7th district of Virginia. I gotta look that up. 7th congressional district.
Virginia. I have no idea. I don't think it's like Richmond or anything. Oh, it's like Fredericksburg.
Oh,
hilarious.
Yeah,
it's like an area with a lot of people.
Yeah,
a wealthy area.
Oh, well, yeah, it's like central. It's like Fredericksburg, almost down to Charlottesville. So that, but a lot of people there like work and commute to DC. So like up in Frederick, like at the north end of this county, this is crazy that these are the two options. That is some shit.
Yeah,
options in Virginia. Whoa.
Starting off his campaign with deception, probably not a good thing since he got caught. But
fake family or assassination attempt, cheer or honor. Which one?
It goes all the way up to Woodbridge. It goes all the way up to Woodbridge. This is a pretty big district.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Yeah. Now I think to get ahead of the fact that he isn't married, Anderson did post this video recently with his fiance.
Oh, okay. He's trying to save it. Give me a break.
You can't. See, that's what I'm saying. Why doesn't he just say he's fairly young? He's got a fiance.
She's not pregnant. It's not good enough, Mark.
No. Yeah.
He hasn't met JD's criterias.
It ain't real until she's knocked up. You know what they say. That it ain't sticking until she's knocked up.
Didn't you think some people are going to be like, he left his perfect family for this younger woman?
Yeah, he's cheating on his family with this hussy. Weird.
So here, Gavin's in the live chat. Shout out Gavin. He knows a lot about politics in Virginia. He knows Derek. Virginia 7, Spotsylvania, and Culpeper. Oh, Larry, your parents could. Oh, they're not in Culpeper.
No, they're in Loudon.
Oh shit! I could have voted for one of these.
I mean, there's no that dad certainly wouldn't have cared about the fake family.
Yeah, he's good effort.
he's voting against the Trump hater, that's for sure. But anyway, that's pretty funny.
Incredibly funny.
Yeah, if you want to, that's a fun one. You can probably put your money on it, predict it. If you go over there, do we still have a code going with them?
Yeah.
Predict.org/hard factor.
It'll be /promos/hard factor 20 or 25 or 50. I don't know. Get your first bucks match if you've never had a predictor account before.
Yeah. Let's talk about our sponsor. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. It's hard to, pick up a new skill, get interested in something you want to learn to do. Maybe play the guitar, maybe learn how to cook. I certainly have an interest in maybe taking some cooking classes. I'm a decent cook, but I know I can level up. I'm kind of a one trick pony right now.
Caesar salad dressing is amazing though.
It is. There's some in my fridge right now. Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back to school era can come at any age. As I've said before on the show, even if it's not just learning, anything you're going through in life, therapy was an integral part in helping me get sober, helping me through relationship problems, anything that's going on in your life that might not seem like a big deal. Maybe it's building up. Maybe you want to talk to a therapist about it and get some stuff off your chest. It can help with even the smallest of problems before they turn into a big problem. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/hardfactor today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/hardfactor. Do it. It'll help you. I promise.
Get in there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Therapy.
Okay. Tough one from the church for you today. So, if you're a Catholic, you might want to, do confessionals plus the BetterHelp, because an unnamed 69-year-old priest from Belgium, he's been arrested after a recent night of drugs this weekend and sex that left his 60-year-old British cleric lover dead. Fucked him to death. Fucked him to death.
Whoa. And it was a cleric and a priest too, so it's all inside the church. Whoa.
It was all inside.
Heaven on earth.
Yeah. It was bad. He eventually this guy.
Lust, though, it's got to fall under one of those. It was a deadly sin, literally.
It was a deadly sin. Now it's over in Belgium, so they don't have to release the names right away or ever. You might get like a couple initials out of this guy, but this anonymous guy eventually the priest called the cops on himself after it was clear the cleric was dead, and he was not going to be able to resuscitate him, and he had run all the panic scenarios through his head. So good on him for owning up to it, at least, and calling the police over.
Hey.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. It was probably consensual. It's probably consensual, right?
Oh, it was consensual.
Yeah. So
was this like a David Carradine situation with the noose play?
Yeah, this happened Saturday. They haven't, like, this weekend, they haven't released like all the details yet. They did say that there was a lot of ecstasy involved. Might have been a heart attack.
So an overdose. Damn.
Yeah.
Jeez, just a couple of 60-year-old priests doing ecstasy and banging, huh?
Yeah, and the 69-year-old, his heart, he outlasted the 60-year-old.
Yeah, good for him.
He's got more cardio.
Yeah. Now I have a theory as to like why they were like, really celebrating and really getting after it. And that's because, why they're doing all that is because the Pope was in Belgium this weekend. So, when the Pope's in town,
it's a party.
Your spirits are high, right?
Yeah. It's
the Belgian priests are like, whoa, whoa.
Well, it also means that there's a lot of priests getting together that normally don't see each other.
Yeah. It's like with the DOC and the ROC grinder gets real big.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pope comes to town, everyone gets down.
RNC.
Yeah. You know what you're talking about.
Know what you meant.
Now forget the fact that the Pope was there to talk with 17 survivors of clergy sexual abuse suffering from trauma. Doesn't matter. The Pope's in town. Woo!
Yeah.
I mean, that's, even if you're not religious, that's a great time to just get high and fuck when the Pope's in town. Like, that should be a saying for like having an orgy.
It doesn't matter.
Well, the Pope's in town.
Well, the Pope's in town. What are you doing? I don't know. I think the Pope might be in town. You know what I mean?
I think you know what we're doing. The Pope's in town. Yeah.
It's a great excuse.
Yeah.
I'm going to start saying that when I'm just in the weekend full of sex. So I think the Pope's in town.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Anyone can get in on board on that. Just have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a hurricane party.
Exactly. So he's actually arrested for the drug stuff, not the banging his partner to death consensually. It's they're getting him for drug trafficking because he supplied all the drugs.
Oh yeah.
Wow. He didn't get rid of the drugs. when he called the cops.
He kept
over
them
there.
on him when he called the cops. He didn't flush the drugs down a toilet.
guess not.
What a weirdo.
Well, he
You
couldn't
gotta
flush
clean
the
up the
body
city.
down the toilet, which was full of.
Well, yeah,
drugs.
but the drug, sure.
Yeah, they would have checked and found some ecstasy in his system, but he could have been like, I didn't know he took ecstasy.
Yeah, he was like the guy that found the sword in the ocean, a little too honest.
Yeah.
Well, he's a priest. He's a priest. So maybe at that point, after the death, he realized, you know what? I'm going to come clean about all my criminal.
I want to go to heaven. I better tell the truth here.
Yeah, the Hail Marys weren't working out for him.
He started repenting right then and there.
With the police. So that's an interesting story this weekend from Belgium.
Pope's in town, you know what I mean?
Pope's in town. Show up in like a scandalous outfit.
Yeah, the Pope's in town.
Pope's in town, baby.
Make a t-shirt.
See what it does to people.
Staying across the pond. Have you guys heard of the gurning? I think that's how you pronounce it. Gurning. Gurning.
Just recently, because I saw the same article that you did, but I had no idea what it was before that.
We just missed it. It was the 2024 World Gurning Championships that took place last Saturday, not this most recent one, September 21st, as part of the Egremont Crab Fair, which has been around since 1267 in Cumbria, England. It's been around a little while.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So they get, fucking hammered, eat a shitload of crab. And then one of the top events is this gurning championship, where participants try to distort their faces into the most grotesque and exaggerated and funny faces possible while sticking their head through a horse collar. And
that guy's amazing. Look at that.
Look at this guy's face. That's Tommy Mattinson, the 19-time champion who won again on Saturday, because he can make some funny faces.
Yeah, dude. He's got a weird look.
Yeah. Gurning means
they eat crabs.
Oh, they eat all the crabs. Look, here's something going on. Look at him go. Look at Tommy go. The crowd's eating it up. He knows he's getting the 19th. This is from last year. But it doesn't matter. He keeps winning it with the same fucking face.
Like a bat.
Here's this year's. Look at this guy. The second guy gets screwed. How did this guy know?
You've had to train like Rocky.
Those are dentures.
Jed got fucked. Jed Eccles got fucked.
Yeah, but he's cheating with dentures.
Saying he's popping out those fake teeth.
I think he's got them because they're fake.
Still a funny ass face. Look at this.
Yeah, but he's got a prop. Unfair.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna give the 19 in a row to Tommy?
He's doing it all natural.
He just does the same face every time. It's this thing.
Yeah, but it's quite a face.
Well, the other guy had a pretty decent face. Put it back on this year's winner.
No, this is this year's winner. Tommy.
It's Tommy.
Yeah. So these are the two guys from this year that were like, this guy, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
These are
losers.
Both. Oh, okay.
But it got me to
think guys that can put their lips like over their nose, like the rednecks, like that have like the. Isn't that gurning too?
It got me to think. Yeah, it's all gurning, but apparently they like Tommy's gurning better, which means gurning is a British term meaning to pull a strange face. I think we should pull a strange face, guys. Putting you on the spot. Will, give us a gurn.
Oh, wow. You want a gurn right now?
I want a gurn.
I just do a monkey face, for my daughter, but I don't know what kind of gurn. That's as much as I got.
Not bad. Wes, you want to give us a gurn?
Sure, I'll try.
That's a good one.
Wait, like a craft.
This is great radio. Mark's so the descriptions of the faces are we would all lose horribly.
Ooh, Mark's is pretty good. That's pretty good.
Mark's is good.
Yeah.
He's upset.
It's like you're taking a crap.
I couldn't even see myself when I did mine.
We would all be out in the first round.
Yeah.
No, they're not beating Tommy. But
no,
we can.
You got to have way more face contortion than any of us. We don't have enough. You got to practice that probably.
And the beard's getting in the way, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I think you got to go clean shaven for a gurning.
You need to really.
Hang on, what about this guy? This guy would be.
You got a good one?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, because I've seen when I went to the Redneck Games in Georgia, there was a guy who could do the lips over the entire nose thing. Like
yes,
like this guy.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that would have won the gurning, right?
Yeah, I would think
no,
so.
Man. They want to see. They want to
Why
see
not?
more face, not less face. This is a real Popes in
that's
town face. Popes in town.
Yeah.
And the way he does it, he has like a pencil thin goatee, so it kind of like accentuates how crazy his face.
He makes his mouth wide and like, yeah, and like contorts it. He has like a pursed lip, open mouth thing, and like shrinks.
Drawing on your facial hair and your eyebrows would be a big advantage in the gurning.
Yeah, you got to practice at it. Now I don't know what the prize is, but Tommy's won it 19 times in a row. Also, the female Claire Lister, she won for the 8th year in a row. So it's just like the two of them just dominating every year. Like you show up and you just
like
lose.
the toe wrestling over there.
Yeah, it's not really fair. Tommy
This is
and
a little
Claire-
more prestigious than the toe wrestling, right? I mean, because
it's been around since 1267.
Yeah,
60 set. You get the length, the legacy.
Yeah. Also, will BlackRock and Microsoft are combining to launch a $30 billion AI. So,
oh, nice.
So sure, that thing will be totally on the level.
Figured you wouldn't like to hear that.
I mean, everybody's got an AI. What's them having an AI?
BlackRock and Microsoft.
They've already got AIs. I mean, everybody's got AIs. But I'm not like Russia, China. They've all got AIs. So I'm not worried about BlackRock and Microsoft adding their shitty AI to the mix.
This one's going to take your house the second you miss a payment.
Yeah, I mean, probably just going to be designed to
take that house,
buy houses and give them to non like families, right? That's the main design. Sounds like.
So,
yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Let's move on to disasters. Like first the bad ones, and then we'll get to the funny ones. Like we mentioned last week, Hurricane Helene made landfall in Florida and with the rest of the East Coast on Friday, or like overnight Thursday into Friday. It was very bad. Not only in Florida, I think it landed as a Cat 4, something like that. Not only in Florida, but much of Appalachia as well, with flooding throughout the Western Carolinas, Eastern Tennessee, including a hospital that got flooded like while people were in it. Even in Radford, Virginia, it was flooded up to the top of a basketball hoop in a picture sent in by the Heart of Hive. Bad flooding everywhere. At least 63 people confirmed dead throughout 5 states so far. Obviously, many more unreported in situations like this. So a lot of people out there in that area are going to have to start all over again because houses, they get flooded up that high, they're done. Also, a chemical fire. Fire broke out in Conyers, Georgia on Sunday. We've got a ton of listeners in all those areas, so hope everybody's doing okay. If you want to donate for the hurricanes, I think the chemical plant fire, I don't know if anybody died, but it's just not great. But if you want to donate to the hurricane relief, try to find a local place. You can do that. There's also Red Cross and whatnot, always options too. FEMA's been activated in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and Tennessee. So
Jesus. Yeah.
I saw like 1,000 people are unaccounted for in North Carolina and like one town or some shit. Like
Carolina's got hammered.
Yeah. I mean, at the before and after pictures of some of the towns just being wiped away, like whole downtowns is fucking.
There was a listener in the Discord that said that like your neighbor's body might float by if you're in parts of like rural Tennessee or Carolina. Pretty bad.
My wife follows someone from Florida because she's from Florida, and like there are a lot. We have friends in Florida, all of us, and there's a lot of damage on the coast, especially. But one lady she follows on like TikTok stayed, and she was like, "This was the stupidest decision," and she eventually had to get on her roof and get rescued. And she said she saw her like neighbor's body because her neighbor stayed too and died.
A lot of people are going to die. Hurricane floods cause a lot of deaths. It's always way more than reported at first, and probably way more than are reported in the end too.
There's also 3 storms on the horizon. One doesn't have a name yet. It's in the same exact formation and location where Helene formed. And then there's Hurricane Isaac or Tropical Storm Isaac and Tropical Storm Joyce, which all 3 of them are forming like right now and could hit the same areas in the next week or so. So not good. And the one guy who was commenting on it was like, "I told you Helene was going to be a monster, and look at Joycey. Look at Joycey forming over here." It's Joyce, but
well, that guy was right, and
he was right.
Unfortunately for the world, that means it's not great. So,
dude, that fire, I don't know. if you have the video, I was going to pull it back up, but there was like, remember the chemical fire that happened in Beirut, and then the explosion happened? I think it was like a fertilizer plant or something like that. People like that level. I'm curious when it comes to fires. I actually saw one the other day, and I was like, I really wanted to drive to like where I could see the smoke, just to see what was going on. But that large of a fire, I'm getting off the fucking exit because it looks like you're driving right by it, and there's just like that explosion would have decimated.
I think that thing, yeah, for sure. I think there was a situation like that fire burned into a munitions something or with in Lebanon. In this one, it's just a factory, so hopefully no explosion. I don't think there was a big explosion.
Yeah, it's just the aftermath of inhaling all that shit.
It burned into something that was explosive.
It was ammonium nitrate.
Ammonium nitrate. Yeah. So it burned into it. So hopefully they didn't have an explosive building right next to where the chemical fire.
Yikes. I do think also the one hurricane I mentioned, Isaac, is actually headed to England. It's going the opposite way on the Atlantic, which is like extremely rare. So
it's about time that England deals with some of these hurricanes for us.
Yeah, they've been getting off scot-free, to be honest. I don't understand.
So
yeah.
You know,
I don't want death on England, but I mean, like
we take like a baker's dozen on the chin every year. All right. And so one of them slips past England. It's not a all right, but on to funnier disasters. Like the poop explosion in China. The shitstorm emerged from a Chinese sewer system in Nanning, China. That's the Guangxi region around 11 a.m. Last Wednesday. Many in China and America, well, not in China because there's no way, but in English-speaking places are calling it the poo-cano. It was human excrement that exploded 33 feet into the air from, I think, a manhole cover, something like that, where they're doing some construction around there, and splattering all over cars and pedestrians in the immediate few hundred feet of the poo-cano, the poo-splosion. Here it is. Check it out. We can narrate it. So the cars, it's on the side of a street here. They're driving by. There it is.
Oh,
explosion.
Whoa, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It's like an orange
geyser of shit.
It's like
would you rather the ammonium nitrate or the poo explosion?
I mean, you survived the poo.
But
do you want to
look at this? This is the dash cam footage provided via TMZ and Jam Press, of course.
Oh,
but is it going to go on the windshield?
Watch them drive through it. Okay, this is a dash cam driving through it, completely
covered. That's disgusting.
Covered in diarrhea. All right, and then people are here on the sidewalk.
So many people are on
they're going to get hit.
Too.
Yeah, getting shit all over their legs. Oh, look at the guy's foot. He's got a bare foot. He just had to scoot past all the. Yeah. Anyways, a lot of pee, and when you mix pee and poo together, you don't realize how orange it turns.
Where's this? Where's this?
The poo explosion happens. You do. It's in China, Wes. China. Oof. So the apparent cause was a pressure test of the local pipe system that's under construction right now.
Well, it failed.
Nanning, China, and it failed miserably, Mark, to the point of many drivers who drove past have reported that their cars and their lives are now ruined. Because
it's a bad day to get that. And look, if you're gonna do the shit pressure pipe test, you can't do it during broad daylight. Okay.
Yeah, true.
Look at all the people on mopeds who are driving within the vicinity.
Like a parade going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
They got. I mean, you would just got rained down on your bare head with people's shit, and then
you look like you got shit all over you.
You're never gonna get in this car again.
What the hell happened to you? You look like you were involved in a shit explosion.
It just strikes me how orange.
Don't play the car again. Come on.
That's the best part, Mark. I mean, the car is you can never get in that car again. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the poo explosion.
Yeah,
funnier than other disasters.
This car hasn't been involved in a diarrhea explosion recently, has it? Smells.
Yeah. You can trace it to Nanning, China.
1.5 billion people puts a little pressure on the pipes, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pressure test failed. Also in China.
Yeah.
A lot of poos.
Mm-hmm.
Also in China.
Tiny poos.
Yeah. They did look kind of small, like in the individual level when it broke up. Also in China, another pretty funny disaster as the Chinese naval fleet's most advanced nuclear sub, the first ever. It's never been made before. Well, still hasn't been made. The first ever Zhu class nuclear attack sub suddenly sank as it was docked and being constructed near Wuhan, China in May or June. The reconnaissance images were just released. So here, I'm going to show you guys. There's the sub as it was docked, being worked on. See, it's like next there. It's like got the crane and everything they're working on. You see the sub right there. It's tied up. Okay. Here's a little bit later when it's underground and they're trying to salvage everything. It's under the water. You see it's sunk. They're trying to, those barges are out there trying to salvage what they can from it. And so, they just released these reconnaissance images. The Pentagon or somebody did, just to basically taunt Beijing because their best submarine has sunk to the bottom of their dock. So,
yeah. Also, 1 million people might have been displaced in Lebanon after Israeli strikes.
Oh yeah, that was tough.
Bad weekend overall.
Israel really took out
outside of the Commanders
there.
win. It's a pretty bad weekend.
They did get that Hezbollah later, though.
The Israeli commanders also won. That's for sure. Now, at what cost, as Mark says,
Life,
a lot probably.
life.
But all of Hezbollah is dead, which is crazy. That was a nutty one too.
Yeah.
I
did see a good story. I did see a good story.
Real quick though, this makes the Chinese laser powered subs. I mean, it's not. Don't worry about those. It's not going to happen because they can't even make their number one sub today. So they're not going to make the laser subs.
No, I don't think so. No, they're ways off of that. I did see a really nice story about a guy off the coast of Florida when Helene hit. His boat took on water and he was with like his golden retriever or his dog, and they had to go overboard because the boat went down. And luckily he had a life preserver for his dog, who said he was loving it the entire time, and they got rescued. And the dog was just chilling. The dog was just chilling with him, licking his face in a life jacket. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Live comments. I saw a lot of these online. Travis Klinger says, where else would a sub go but underwater? That makes okay. And then Tiller says, isn't a submarine underwater working? Yes, when it's operational.
Right, but it can't ever come back up. It's a permanent sub now.
Not when it's sitting dead at the bottom of the water. That's what many internet commenters had the same thought. Isn't it just working? Well,
yeah. Why don't you just say escalators now stairs?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You make reef, no sub. Reef.
Why do you say? Yeah. Why do you say the escalator is broken? Why don't you just say
I just
now
wanted to
stairs?
Clarify. Yeah. I just wanted to clarify for all the Mitch Hedberg fans out there. Yes, technically you're correct. It's supposed to submerge underwater, but then also it's supposed to work too. So it doesn't work. It doesn't. Misses the second part.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the show. We'll have more news for you tomorrow. Hope your week is starting off great. As great as the Commanders week, because it's been a great start. And most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking